The days that followed the festival felt heavy with uncertainty. Jake and Lily continued to enjoy each other's company, but the warning from the fortune teller lingered in Jake's mind. He wanted to believe that their love could overcome anything, but he also felt the weight of the world pressing down on them. One afternoon, they decided to take a trip to a nearby nature reserve. Jake thought the fresh air and beautiful scenery would help clear their minds. They packed a picnic and set off, excited for a day of adventure. As they arrived, the sun shone brightly, and the trees swayed gently in the breeze. Jake and Lily walked along the trails, taking in the sights and sounds of nature. Birds chirped overhead, and the smell of pine filled the air. Jake felt a sense of peace wash over him. "This place is beautiful," Lily said, her eyes sparkling. "I love the way the sunlight filters through the leaves." Jake smiled, glad to see her so happy. "It's one of my favorite spots. I come here when I need to think." They found a quiet clearing by a small pond and spread out their picnic blanket. Jake unpacked the sandwiches and snacks they had brought, while Lily set out the drinks. They sat together, enjoying the food and the tranquility of the surroundings. "Thank you for bringing me here," Lily said, taking a bite of her sandwich. "It feels like a little piece of paradise." "I'm glad you like it," Jake replied. "I thought we could use some time away from everything." After they finished eating, they lay back on the blanket, watching the clouds drift by. Jake turned to Lily, feeling relaxed. "So, do you want to share more about your home?" "Really curious." Lily hesitated, her expression turning serious. "I can tell you some things, but it's hard to explain everything. Just start with what you can." "I'm listening," Jake encouraged. She took a deep breath. "On my planet, we live in harmony with nature. Our cities are built with the environment in mind. We don't pollute or destroy the land. Everything is connected." "That sounds amazing," Jake said, imagining a world like that. "What else?" "Communication is different. 2, we can share feelings and thoughts without words. It's more about understanding each other on a deeper level," Lily explained, her eyes shining with passion. Jake was fascinated. "Do you miss it?" Lily looked away, her expression sad. "Sometimes I miss my family and friends. But I also love being here with you. It's confusing." Jake reached out and took her hand, feeling the warmth between them. "You don't have to choose. You can have both. I want you to be happy no matter where you are." Lily smiled softly, her eyes moist. "Thank you, Jake. You always know how to make me feel better." As they talked, Jake felt a sense of longing. He wanted Lily to be safe and happy, but he also knew that danger was lurking. Couldn't shake the feeling that something was about to happen. Suddenly, they heard a rustling noise in the bushes nearby. Jake's heart raced as he turned to look. A group of teenagers emerged, laughing and shouting. They seemed to be having fun, but Jake felt a sense of unease. "Look, it's the new girl," one of them shouted, pointing at Lily.
"What are
you doing here?" Lily stiffened beside Jake, her expression shifting to worry. "Maybe we should go," she whispered. Jake shook his head. "No, we're here first. They should leave us alone." The teenagers approached, their laughter fading as they got closer. "What's she doing with you?" one boy asked, sneering. "She looks weird." "Shut up," Jake said, feeling anger rise in him. "She's not weird. She's amazing." Girl with the group stepped forward, crossing her arms. "All right. What's so amazing about her?" "We've heard stories about you, Lily. Are you really an alien, or just pretending?" Jake felt his heart sink. He could see the fear in Lily's eyes. "Leave her alone," he shouted, stepping in front of her. "Why are you scared?" "She's dangerous?" the boy taunted. Lily looked at Jake, her voice trembling. "Maybe we should just go." "No," Jake said firmly. "You have every right to be here. Don't let them scare you." The group laughed, but their laughter felt hollow. Jake could see that they were feeding off each other's energy, trying to prove something. He took a deep breath, trying to stay calm. "Why don't you just leave us alone?" Jake asked, feeling protective of Lily. "We're not bothering you." The girl rolled her eyes. "We just want to know what's going on with her." Are you hiding something?" Lily spoke. Up, her voice steady, despite the fear. "I'm not hiding anything. I'm just here to learn about your world." Learn about what? How to be weird. The boy sneered. Jake felt a surge of anger. You don't know anything about her? She's not weird. She's special. The group paused, their expressions shifting. The girl crossed her arms and looked at Lily. What are you really doing here? I'm here to understand, Lily said, her voice calm. I want to know how people live, love, and connect with each other. The boy scoffed. You think you can just come here and play pretend? You don't belong here? Jake stepped forward, feeling the heat of anger in his chest. You're the ones who don't belong here. This is a public place, and we have every right to be here. The girl rolled her eyes, but Jake could see that she was starting to lose her confidence. Whatever, she said, turning to leave. But don't think we won't be watching you. As they walked away, Jake turned to Lily, who looked shaken. Are you okay? He asked, concern flooding his voice. Lily nodded, but Jake could see the fear in her eyes. I don't want to cause any trouble, Jake. I just want to be with you. You're not causing trouble. They are, Jake said firmly. You deserve to be here just like anyone else. Lily took a deep breath, trying to steady herself. I know, it's just hard sometimes. Let's not let them ruin our day, Jake said, trying to lighten the mood. We came here to have fun, remember? Lily smiled weakly, and they decided to walk along the pond to clear their minds. As they strolled, Jake noticed a small family of ducks swimming peacefully. He pointed them out to Lily, hoping to distract her. Look, ducks, he said, pointing excitedly. Aren't they cute? Lily laughed, her smile returning. They are. I've never seen ducks like that before. As they watched the ducks, Jake felt a sense of calm returning. He wanted to protect Lily from the negativity. He knew they had to focus on the good things in life. After some time, they found a quiet spot under a large tree. They sat down, leaning against the trunk, and watched the world go by. Jake felt grateful for moments like this, where it was just the two of them. Away from everything. Thank you for being here with me, Lily said softly, resting her head on his shoulder. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, Jake replied, feeling content. We'll get through this together. But in the back of his mind, he couldn't shake the feeling that the troubles were far from over. He knew they had to prepare for whatever challenges lay ahead as the sun began to set. Casting a warm glow across the landscape, Jake felt a spark of hope. They would face the shadows together, and no matter what happened, they would always have each other. Jake was excited about the upcoming celebration on Zara's planet, Alara. He could not stop thinking about it. The thought of seeing Zara in her cultural setting filled him with anticipation. He had never been to an alien event before, and he was curious about what it would be like. On the day of the celebration, Jake dressed carefully. He wanted to look nice for Zara. He wore a clean uniform and made sure his hair was neat. When he arrived at Zara's quarters, he found her waiting. At the door, she looked stunning in a bright flowing gown that shimmered like stars. Jake, you look wonderful, Zara exclaimed, her eyes sparkling. Are you ready for the celebration? Thanks, Zara. You look amazing too, Jake replied, feeling a rush of excitement. Notice her gown had colors that reminded him of a sunset. On Earth, Zara led him to a large common room where the event was taking place. The room was filled with lights, music, and laughter. Jake felt a wave of joy as he entered. He could see other aliens dancing, eating, and having a good time. Atmosphere was warm and welcoming. Come on, let's join the fun. Zara pulled him into the crowd. They started to dance, and Jake tried his best to mimic the unique movements of the Illyrians. It was different from any dance he had done before, but he found himself enjoying it. Zara laughed and cheered him on. After dancing for a while, they took a break and grabbed some food. The tables were filled with colorful dishes, each one looking more delicious than the last. Zara pointed to a dish that looked like a giant fruit salad. This is called florin. It is very sweet and refreshing. Jake took a bite and smiled. This is incredible. I love it. He realized he was trying foods he had never seen before, and he was glad Zara was there to share them with him. As they ate, Zara introduced him to her friends. They were curious about Jake and asked him many questions about Earth. Jake felt proud to share his culture, talking about the music, sports, and food from his home planet. He liked being the center of attention. and Zara seemed happy to see him shine. After a while, Zara suggested they try a game. Come, Jake. We can play a traditional Alarian game called Zorath. It is very fun. She led him to a large area, where many aliens were gathered playing a game that looked like a mix of tag and capture the flag. Jake joined in, and soon he was running and laughing with Zara and her friends. The game was exciting, and he found himself forgetting his worries. Zara was a natural leader, guiding everyone with enthusiasm. Jake admired her energy and felt a growing bond between them. As the night went on, the celebration became more lively. Music filled the air, and the aliens began to perform traditional dances. Jake watched in awe as they moved gracefully, their bodies flowing like water. He felt a little shy but wanted to join in. Come on, Jake, you can do it. Zara encouraged him, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Taking a deep breath, Jake stepped forward and joined the dance. At first he stumbled and felt awkward, but Zara was by his side, helping him learn the steps. With her support, he began to feel more confident. They danced together, and for a moment, it felt like they were the only two in the room. After dancing, they took a break again, sitting on a bench to catch their breath. Jake looked at Zara, feeling grateful for her friendship. I'm really glad you invited me to this. It's amazing. I am happy you came, Jake. You are a great friend, Zara replied, her smile bright just then. One of Zara's friends approached them. Zara, you should show Jake the special dance. It is for the best friends. The friend smiled, looking excited. Zara's eyes lit up. Yes, the special dance. It is a way to celebrate friendship. Will you do it with me, Jake? Jake hesitated. For a moment, unsure of what to do. What does it involve? It is easy and fun. We'll dance together and make a circle with our friends. It shows how we support each other, Zara explained. Jake agreed, feeling the warmth of friendship growing stronger. They stood up and joined the circle of dancers. Zara took his hand, and together they moved to the rhythm of the music. Circle formed, and everyone danced joyfully as they danced. Jake felt a sense of belonging. He realized that this celebration was not just about the food and music. It was about connection and friendship. Zara's presence made everything feel more special. After the dance, Zara led him to a quieter area where they could talk. Jake, I want to tell you something important, she said, her expression serious. What is it? Jake asked, curious. About what she had to say, I have enjoyed every moment we spend together. I want to learn more about humans and your emotions. It is fascinating to me, Zara confessed, her eyes searching his. Jake felt a rush of warmth at her words. I enjoy our time together too, Zara. You have taught me a lot about your culture, and I appreciate it. Zara smiled, but Jake could see a hint of uncertainty in her eyes. Sometimes I wonder if my invitations were too much. I hope they did not bother you. Jake shook his head quickly. Not at all. I like spending time with you. It makes the station feel less lonely. Zara looked relieved, and her smile returned. Good. I want to continue learning and sharing. You are my favorite human friend. Jake felt a flutter in his chest at her words. He realized how much he valued their friendship and how important Zara had become to him. But he still wondered if her invitations were truly accidental or if there was something deeper behind them. As the celebration continued, Jake and Zara returned to join the others. They danced, laughed, and shared stories. The night was filled with joy and warmth, and Jake felt grateful for the connection they were building. As the event came to a close, Jake looked at Zara. Thank you for this amazing night. I will always remember it. Zara smiled brightly. Me too, Jake. You are a special friend. I hope we can have many more adventures together. Jake nodded, feeling a sense of happiness. He knew that whatever the future held, he was glad to have Zara by his side. Little did he know that their friendship was about to take an unexpected turn. After the celebration, Jake felt even closer to Zara. Their bond seemed to grow stronger with each passing day. He enjoyed their time together, but a question lingered in his mind. Were Zara's invitations truly accidental, or was there something more? One afternoon, while they were working on a project together, Jake decided to bring up his concerns. They were fixing a malfunction in one of the station's systems, and Zara was focused on her tasks. Jake watched her as she worked, admiring her dedication. Zara, Jake said, breaking the silence, "Can I ask you something?" "Of course, Jake, what is it?" she replied, looking up with her bright eyes. "I've been thinking about how often you invite me over. It feels like you really want to spend time with me. Is it really just for learning?" Jake asked, trying to sound casual. Zara paused for a moment, her expression changing. "I enjoy our time together, Jake. It is not just for learning. You are my friend, and I want to know more about you and your world." Jake felt a flutter of hope in his chest. "I appreciate that, but I can't help but wonder if there's more to it. I mean, do you really want me to be here, or is it your programming?" Zara looked thoughtful. "My programming does encourage me to learn about humans and emotions. But my feelings for you are real. I like you, Jake. You make me happy." Jake's heart raced at her confession. He was surprised, but also pleased. "I like you too, Zara. You are a great friend. But I just want to make sure you are not inviting me over because of your programming." Zara shook her head. "No, it is not only that. I enjoy our conversations, and I learn a lot from you. You are different from anyone I have ever met." Jake smiled, feeling relieved. "That's good to hear. I enjoy spending time with you, and I want to keep learning from each other." They continued working on the project, but Jake's thoughts drifted. He felt a mix of happiness and confusion. Zara had feelings for him, but he still wondered how deep those feelings went. A few days later, Jake received a message from Zara. "Jake, I have a surprise for you. Please come to my quarters after your shift." Jake felt a thrill of excitement. He finished his work quickly, eager to see what Zara had planned. When he arrived at her quarters, he found her waiting with a big smile. "Welcome, Jake. Have prepared a special dinner for us," Zara announced, her eyes shining with joy. The table was set beautifully, with colorful dishes and glowing lights. Jake felt touched by her effort. "Wow, this looks amazing, Zara. You didn't have to do all this." Zara waved her hand dismissively. "I wanted to show my appreciation for your friendship. Please, sit down." As they ate, Zara served him a new dish. "This is called Tralax. It is a favorite on Alara. I hope you like it." Jake took a bite and was once again amazed. "This is delicious. You really know how to cook." Zara smiled proudly. "Thank you. Cooking is an important part of my culture. I love sharing it with you." After dinner, they moved to the couch, where Zara had set up a movie. A classic Alarian film. "I think you will enjoy it," she said, handing him a small device. As they watched, Jake felt a warmth in his heart. The movie was funny and filled with adventure. Zara laughed at all the right moments. Jake found himself laughing along with her. While watching, Jake noticed how close they were sitting. He could feel the warmth of Zara's presence beside him. Part of him wanted to reach out and hold her hand, but he hesitated. Was it too soon? After the movie ended, Zara turned to Jake. "What did you think? Did you enjoy it?" "It was great. I loved the adventure and the humor." "Thank you for sharing it with me," Jake replied, feeling a little shy. Zara looked at him intently. "I want to share more of my culture with you, Jake. You mean a lot to me." Jake felt a rush of emotions. "You mean a lot to me too, Zara. I really appreciate everything you've done." Just then, a notification beeped on Zara's device. She glanced at it, her expression changing.
"Oh no."
"There's a problem with the station's communication system. I need to go check on it." Jake felt a twinge of disappointment, but understood. "Do you want me to come with you?" Zara smiled. "Yes, that would be helpful. Let's go together." hurried to the control room where alarms were blaring. Jake's heart raced as he saw the screens flashing warnings. "What happened?" he asked, trying to assess the situation. "There is a malfunction in the main communication array." "We need to fix it quickly," Zara said, her voice steady despite the chaos. Jake jumped into action, helping Zara troubleshoot the problem. They worked side by side, quickly diagnosing the issue. Jake felt a sense of teamwork that made him proud as they worked. Zara looked at him with admiration. "You are very skilled, Jake. I am glad you are here." "Thanks, Zara. I couldn't do this without your help," he replied, feeling the tension of the moment. After a tense few minutes, they managed to fix the problem. The alarms stopped, and the screens returned to normal. Jake let out a sigh of relief. "We did it." Zara clapped her hands in excitement. "Yes, you were amazing, Jake." Jake smiled, feeling a sense of accomplishment. But as they stood together, the earlier warmth between them returned. He looked at Zara and felt a pull to express his feelings. "Zara, I really enjoy working with you like this. You make everything better," he said softly. Zara's eyes sparkled. "I feel the same way, Jake. You are not just a friend. You are special to me." Jake took a deep breath. "I want to be honest with you. I care about you a lot, and I want to see where this goes." Zara smiled brightly. "I want that too, Jake. I think we have something wonderful." As they stood there, the connection between them felt stronger than ever. Jake realized that his feelings for Zara were growing deeper, and he was no longer just a friend. He wanted to explore this new chapter in their relationship, but just as they were about to share a moment, another alarm rang out, breaking the silence. They both turned to see another problem flashing on the screens. Jake sighed, feeling the weight of responsibility on his shoulders. "Looks like our work is not done yet," he said, trying to keep the mood light. Zara nodded, her determination returning. "Let's tackle this together. Can do anything." As a team, Jake smiled at her words, feeling reassured. They moved back to the controls, ready to face whatever challenges awaited them. Despite the interruptions, Jake felt hopeful. He knew that together they could handle anything, both in their work and in their growing friendship. After the communication crisis, Jake and Zara continued to work closely together. Their teamwork made everything easier, and they quickly became known as the best pair on the station. They solved problems together and shared laughs, building a friendship that felt special. One day, while they were taking a break, Jake noticed Zara looking thoughtful. "What's on your mind?" he asked, curious. "I've been thinking about my time here on the station," Zara said, her eyes looking far away. "Hey, I've learned so much about humans and your culture. I want to show you more about Alara." "Hey, Jake." Felt a thrill at her words. "I would love that. What do you have in mind?" Zara smiled brightly. "There is a special Alarian festival called the Festival of Lights. It celebrates friendship and unity. I think it would be wonderful to share it with you." "That sounds amazing," Jake replied. "When is it?" "It is next week. I will prepare everything. You will see many beautiful things," Zara said, her excitement contagious. Jake couldn't wait. The idea of experiencing an Alarian festival filled him with joy. He imagined colorful lights, music, and delicious food. He was eager to learn more about Zara's culture and the meaning behind the festival. As the days passed, Zara worked hard to prepare for the festival. She decorated her quarters with bright colors and lights, creating a welcoming atmosphere. Jake helped her set everything up, and they spent hours talking and laughing as they worked. During their preparations, Zara shared stories about the festival. "During the Festival of Lights, we celebrate our friendships. There are games, dances, and special foods. It is a time for everyone to come together and show appreciation for one another," she explained. Jake listened intently, fascinated by her words. "What kind of games do you play?" he asked. "There is a game called Light Chase, where we run and collect glowing orbs. The one who collects the most wins a special prize," Zara replied, her eyes shining with excitement. "Sounds like fun. I'm ready to win," Jake said, feeling competitive. As the festival day approached, Jake felt a mix of excitement and nerves. He wanted to make a good impression on Zara and her friends. thought about what to wear and how to behave. He wanted to show that he respected her culture. On the day of the festival, Jake arrived at Zara's quarters, feeling a rush of anticipation. The place was transformed into a beautiful celebration space. Bright lights hung from the ceiling, and colorful decorations filled the room. Zara greeted him with a big smile, wearing a stunning outfit that sparkled. "Jake, you came. I am so happy," she exclaimed. "You did an incredible job decorating. This looks amazing," Jake replied, admiring her work. "Thank you. Now let's start the festival," Zara said, leading him into the main area where other Ilarian friends were gathering. The atmosphere was lively, filled with laughter and music. Jake felt a wave of happiness wash over him as he joined the celebration. Zara introduced him to her friends, who welcomed him warmly. They were curious about Earth and asked many questions. Jake shared stories about his home, talking about Earth's holidays and traditions. He felt proud to represent his planet, and Zara beamed with joy as she listened to him. After the introductions, it was time to play the games. Zara explained the rules of light chase, and Jake felt excited.
Let's
"Win this," he said, feeling competitive. The game began, and Jake ran alongside Zara and her friends, collecting glowing orbs scattered around the area. The competition was fierce, but Jake enjoyed every moment. He laughed and cheered, feeling the thrill of the chase as they played. Jake noticed how well he and Zara worked together. They communicated effortlessly, anticipating each other's moves. They made a great team, and he felt proud of their connection. After a fun round of games, they gathered to enjoy the special food Zara had prepared. There were many delicious dishes, each one more colorful than the last. Jake tried everything, from sweet treats to savory snacks, and he loved every bite. "This food is incredible, Zara. You really outdid yourself," he said, feeling grateful. "Thank you. It is a tradition to share food during the festival. I wanted you to experience it all," Zara replied, her eyes sparkling. After eating, it was time for the special dance of the festival. Zara took Jake's hand and led him to the center of the gathering. "This dance shows our unity and friendship. Just follow my lead," she said, smiling. Jake felt a little nervous, but he trusted Zara. As the music played, they began to dance together. The movements were joyful and lively, and Jake quickly found himself enjoying the rhythm. Zara guided him, and together they moved gracefully. As they danced, Jake felt a connection that went beyond friendship. He realized how much he cared for Zara and how happy she made him. He wanted to share more moments like this with her. After the dance, Zara pulled Jake aside. "I want to give you something special," she said, her voice soft. Jake was curious. "What is it?" Zara reached into her pocket and pulled out a small glowing orb. "This is a friendship orb. It represents our bond. When you hold it, remember our connection and the fun we have together." Jake took the orb, feeling its warmth in his hand. "Thank you, Zara. This means a lot to me. I'm glad you like it. You are very special to me, Jake," Zara said, her eyes sincere. Jake felt his heart race at her words. "You are special to me too, Zara. I appreciate everything you've done." As the festival continued, Jake and Zara shared more laughs, games, and dances. The night felt magical, and Jake felt grateful to be part of this celebration. He realized how much he enjoyed being with Zara, not just as a friend, but as someone he wanted to know even better. As they ended the night, Jake looked at Zara and smiled. "Thank you for an unforgettable evening. We'll always remember this festival." Zara smiled back, her eyes shining. "Me too, Jake. This was the best festival I have ever had." As they walked back to her quarters, Jake felt a sense of happiness. He wanted to explore this connection with Zara further. He hoped that their friendship could grow into something deeper. But he also knew they needed to take their time. Zara stopped at her door and turned to him. "Jake, I am grateful for your friendship. I hope we can continue to share our cultures and experiences." "Absolutely, Zara. I look forward to every moment," Jake replied, feeling hopeful as he walked back to his quarters. Jake couldn't shake the feeling that something special was blossoming between them. He was excited about the future and what it might hold for him and Zara. Little did he know Their journey together was just beginning, and new adventures awaited them in the stars. After the Festival of Lights, Jake felt a change in his relationship with Zara. They were closer than ever, and he enjoyed every moment they spent together. They continued to work side by side on various projects, but now there was a new warmth between them. Jake often found himself thinking about how much he cared for her. One afternoon, while they were fixing a malfunctioning air filtration system, Jake decided it was time to talk about their feelings. They were in a small maintenance room, surrounded by tools and equipment. The hum of the machines filled the air, but Jake felt a different kind of tension. "Zara, can we talk about something important?" he asked, wiping his hands on a cloth. "Of course, Jake. What's on your mind?" Zara replied, looking up with her bright eyes. Jake took a deep breath. "I've really enjoyed spending time with you. I feel like we have a strong connection, and I want to know if you feel the same way." Zara paused, her expression thoughtful. "I do feel a connection, Jake. You are my friend, and I care about you. But I also want to understand what that means for us." Jake felt a rush of relief. "I care about you too, Zara. I want to explore this connection further. I think we could be more than friends." Zara smiled softly, and Jake felt his heart race. "I would like that, Jake. I want to learn more about human emotions and relationships. You make me feel happy." Jake smiled back, feeling a warmth spread through him. "I want to make you happy, Zara. Let's take this journey together." As they continued their work on the air filtration system, they felt lighter, as if a weight had been lifted. The conversation had opened a door between them, and they both were excited to see where it would lead. Over the next few days, their bond deepened. They shared more personal stories about their lives, dreams, and hopes. Jake learned about Zara's childhood on Alara, her family, and her experiences. Zara, in turn, loved hearing about Jake's life on Earth's seasons, the ocean, and the simple joys of human life. One evening, after finishing their work, Jake invited Zara to watch a movie he loved. "It's a classic from Earth. I think you'll enjoy it," he said, feeling excited to share a piece of his world with her. Zara agreed, and they settled into the cozy area of his quarters. As the movie played, Jake felt a sense of contentment. He looked at Zara, who was completely absorbed in the film. Her expressions were lively, and he loved seeing her reactions. After the movie, Zara turned to him, her eyes sparkling. "That was wonderful. I loved the adventure and the emotions. You have great taste in movies, Jake." "Thanks. I'm glad you liked it," Jake replied. "Yeah, I want to share more of my culture with you. You've shown me so much of yours." Zara smiled. "I would love that. Let's keep learning from each other." Days turned into weeks, and their friendship blossomed into something deeper. They went on adventures around the station, exploring every corner and sharing new experiences. They even started cooking together, combining Alarian and Earth recipes, which often ended in laughter and delicious meals. One day, while they were preparing dinner, Zara suddenly paused and looked at Jake. "I have something important to tell you." Jake felt a twinge of nervousness. "What is it?" "I have been selected for a special mission to visit Earth. It is a chance for me to learn more about your planet and culture firsthand," Zara explained, her voice a mix of excitement and uncertainty. Jake's heart sank for a moment. "When will you leave?" "In 2 weeks," Zara replied, her eyes looking serious. "I am happy about the opportunity, but I will miss you, Jake." I felt a wave of emotions. He was happy for Zara, but the thought of her leaving made him sad. "I will miss you too. But this is a great chance for you. You should take it." "I want to, but I also want to be with you," Zara admitted, her voice soft. "I think we can make this work, can stay connected, and I can share my world with you while you explore yours," Jake suggested, trying to stay positive. Zara smiled, her expression brightening. "Yes, we can send messages and video calls. I want to share everything with you." As the days passed, they prepared for Zara's mission. They spent every moment together, making memories that would last a lifetime. Zara looked forward to visiting Earth, but she also felt nervous about leaving Jake. On the day before her departure, they had a special dinner together. Jake cooked a meal using all of Zara's favorite Earth ingredients. As they sat down to eat, the atmosphere was filled with a mix of excitement and sadness. "Thank you for this wonderful dinner," Jake, it means a lot to me, Zara said, her eyes shining with gratitude. I wanted to make it special. You deserve it, Jake replied, feeling emotional. I'll miss you so much. I will miss you too, Jake. But this is not the end. This is just a new beginning, Zara reassured. Him, taking his hand, Jake looked into her eyes, feeling a connection that was stronger than ever. Promise me you will be careful and take lots of pictures. I promise, Zara said, her voice steady, and I will tell you everything about my adventures. After dinner, they moved to the observation deck of the station. Out at the stars, a beautiful blanket of light, Jake felt a sense of wonder. He realized how lucky he was to have Zara in his life. Look at all the stars, Jake. They remind me of our friendship, right and full of possibilities, Zara said, her voice soft. Jake smiled, feeling hopeful. No matter where you go, you will always be my friend, and I will be waiting for you. Zara leaned closer, and for a moment they shared a quiet understanding. I want to explore my world, but I want to return to you. You are important to me. Jake's heart raced. And you are important to me, Zara. I think we can make this work, no matter the distance. The next day, as they prepared for her departure, Jake felt a mix of emotions. He wanted to be strong for Zara, but couldn't help feeling sad. They arrived at the docking bay, where Zara's ship was ready for launch. As they said their goodbyes, Jake took Zara's hands in his. I will be here waiting for you. Stay safe, and remember our promise. Zara nodded, her eyes bright with determination. I will. This is not goodbye, it is see you later. With one last hug, Zara stepped onto her ship. Jake watched as the doors closed and the ship prepared for takeoff. His heart felt heavy, but he knew this was a new adventure. For both of them, as the ship launched into the stars, Jake felt a sense of hope. Zara would be exploring a new world, and he would be cheering her on from afar. He looked up at the stars, knowing that their friendship was strong enough to endure any distance. This was just the beginning of their journey together, and he couldn't wait to see what the future held for them.